Happy New Year. Welcome. Back again. And I had made a video today to show you, before I get into that, I got this. So this syncs up with the Nikon Z30. Now, when we got the Creators Kit, it came with one in a small tripod arm, but it didn't have digital readout. I should take the tape off them. I always seem to keep these on for some reason. Okay, let me take that off. So you can see. Okay, so all I have to do is hit record, and it starts recording. And all I have to do is hit record again and stop recording. If I want to take a picture, I can take a picture. Just hit the camera button and I take a picture. Okay, this comes with rechargeable batteries built in, so you have to play around with the rechargeable battery nonsense stuff again. So that's it. I can press down the exposure. Oh, I could, and play with the exposure. Okay, 3, 7, 1. How's that look? A little better. All right. Okay, that's better. Okay. Anyway, so that's what this does. You can hit OK. You can change FN1. FN1 on the cameras. You can change the different settings you want to do. You can switch to certain things and then give you FN2. So function control 2 and function control 1. Okay. This is weird. To pair it, you would press this button to pair it. It pairs up quick, much better than what it came with Nikon. They have this for the ZV1 as well. I'll see if I can get a ZV1 just to play around with, used from eBay, but the prices are just way out of range. Okay, so this is just like the other film we did the other day. You seem to like these, so we'll do these. These are where I talk about one thing to another thing, but I tell you, I give you helpful tips. Okay. I don't know what should I tell you about first though. What is bothering me is, so I ordered the T-Mobile 5G. Yeah, sorry, not 5G. Well, it is 5G. G5AR. I don't know, for some reason I can't recall that in my head. It's like a tongue sticker. Well, anyway. Now, I didn't open it, and I showed you a video of me opening it and everything. So here it is. This is it. When you're getting this from T-Mobile, don't make the mistake like I do. Because I believe in companies that will send you new ones. Well, this is another one. This says TMO G5AR 5G Gateway White CPO. Hold on a second. Let's see CPO mean again. Oh, for God's sake, man. T-Mobile. Oh, jeez. You can't ad lib sometimes. Smell that one back. Come on. Wake up. Get to with the program. Are you referring to TPO? Yeah, so certified pre-owned. I opened this up and I said to me, wait a minute, shouldn't this, because I have the original package for the one I got brand new. Because they did the same trick again with us again. I just opened the app. We got this a couple of days ago. It came on it was ordered on the 24th. It came Monday. I didn't open it until now. Yeah, so that's a big disappointment. Oh, now, why is it still in the box? I mean, we contact them to tell them that we're sending it back. So we don't want to say, hey, they sent it back, they didn't send back the other one. I don't any confusion. I think I got hair on it, but oh well. Can't help. So this is the wire. It was it was bundled up with a trash bag cable wrap. Okay, so you have trash bags, right? They come in these weird twisty ties. That's what was in there. I should throw it back in the box here. I'm not going to rattle this back up again. This is supposed to be a 60 watts. This doesn't look like, I don't know, or maybe what we got is not the right one for the unit. I really don't know, because it should say the brand name on it. I don't know what's going on. I ordered a mesh version 2. We just found out today when we called for the phone. Hey, your mesh arrived yesterday. The 30th. Really? We don't see it. Guess where they deliver it? To another state where the girlfriend comes from. Why the heck you send it there? She's been here 2 years. Why did you send it there? Oh. Why didn't you send this to that state too while you're at it? It is really screwed up there at T-Mobile there for them to do that. So he's telling me, oh, they sent version 1 to that her previous location. I didn't request T1. Why would you send me a T1 when this thing here is a Wi-Fi? This is a Wi-Fi 7 unit. Why are you gonna send a Wi-Fi 6 unit? That's and that's tech support we're talking to. Now, first we didn't talk to tech support. We talked to, say you ordered something, you want to know the status. So that guy on that phone, he said he switchboard operator. No, he could have helped us. He didn't know what to do. So he switches to technical support. I'm not going to argue with them because I know I used to do help desk and I used to do what they're doing. I don't want to argue with them. I know where they're, because most people will scream at them and yell at them. It's no sense because they're only trained to respond a certain way. I used to tell customers when they talk to me in a rude state, I put them on hold and let them listen to music. I said, excuse me, sir, are you still yelling? I'm yelling. What are you yelling at me for? Don't yell at me. I'm going to put you on hold. And he listened to music. I would come back from the aux. That's when it's AUX. And I would say, are you ready to talk now? You're going to be yelling still. Well, I'm going to drop the call and put you back in the queue. He got mad. I don't care. You don't talk to me like that. You got to have some respect. I'm not afraid. What are you going to do? So that's what I did. Put it back in the queue. Don't hang up on them. Never hang up on them. That's a wrong mistake. If you don't want to deal with them, put them back in the queue and take the next call. Don't argue with them if they're irate because there's like that. You just don't deal with those people, okay? You get nice people. I try to help them. Listen, I'm going to dispatch you new equipment. And that's what I did. When I did Frontier Communications, yeah, I was Tier 1 tech support. Yeah. This says it's manufactured 2025, week 41. Too bad. So whoever had this before me, either it didn't work, and he sent it back, and all they do is they take it, they should test it out, and send it back again. The SIM card inside here, you have to use the same thing, like a little pin thing to pop open. It wasn't in the box, so even if I had to change the pin, I don't have any with me right now. I used to have them. They always seem to get lost. Okay, so not much on here. Like, there's no external antennas, but external antennas wouldn't really help you too much because there's no amplification. They have no amplification, and they don't come with an amplifier. The amplifier this is it. So those external antennas have to be amplified. And you could make your own if you wanted to, if you have the other model, which I have. But you have to have time. And yeah, most of them put it in the attic, those that show you those antennas, the quad and the double quad, for this one here. And, you would have to open this up. But you see, you don't own this. T-Mobile still owns it. You're just using it to use. You're still paying for T-Mobile, whatever you're paying, 55, 75. You're still using it or less, So you're using it. You can't use their service without using it. You can't go out and buy one. Well, technically speaking, you really could. I couldn't understand what this red thing is down here. See it? There's a little red thing here. Well, this wouldn't come on. It wouldn't come on at all. I tried it everywhere in the house. It wouldn't come on. That's a shame. So we can't use it. Can't test it. Can't see how it works. I can tell you one thing. It's heavy, and it's like twice the size as the other one. Because when I put it in the window, it hangs over. It's a shame, though. I'm really disappointed. Wait a minute. Lights. Oh, that's yellow. That's why. Hang on a second here. Okay, that should be a little better. So, that's the story. I showed you a video installing and putting it together and getting it ready, and boom, it don't work. So, I don't like to do videos like that where things don't work. Well, I think it's just bad. So, I told him on the phone. He's telling me, well, there's no way to guarantee that you get a new one from the warehouse. So, and then we're not allowed to have 3 of these. Because we still have the old one. But we were going to send this one back and get another one. But he can't guarantee that we will get a new one. So the only way I get a new one is to go to the store. So I said, can you call up the stores, your corporate stores? And he did. He said he found 2. They have it, but they don't have the mesh. I can't understand how they can sell the mesh when you need version 2 with the 2.5 gigabytes, the gigabits. It's 2.5 gigabit ports. And this one here doesn't really say anything. I have learned that the fiber is cheaper now for AT&T fiber. 2 gigs down, 2 gigs up is $125 with the discounts and everything. So if we have problems when we go back to the T-Mobile store, we can't go tonight because I got too many videos. Plus it's Eve, and I don't want to go stay in the line of. I don't like going in this retail. It's terrible. Especially where that one is. And then we have one in the mall. It would be a zoo there. I want them to take me and I want them to show me it's sealed and what it's supposed to be in the box. They have to open it up to put the SIM in there, so we'll find out if it's new. It should be in plastic. It's a shame. I should just give it to them just like I got this one. Terrible. Very disappointed in them. I told them. I don't want to threaten them or anything. I said, listen, if you can't give me a new one, we're going to cancel the internet from you. And then we do that. We'll just beef up fiber. Bring it up to 2 or 5 gig. 5 gig is like $155 a month. Let's see something here. I don't have to accent that. So, what's that? It comes out to be 8, 1, 2, 5. Okay, so that's 45. So we're going to pay 125 times 12. No, that's not right. Wow. It's a lot of money. $1,500. That's $1,500 a year. But still, that's a lot though. And then if you want to go 5G up and 5G down, not 5G, you want to go 5 gigs up and 5 gigs down, you're looking at about $1,860, almost $2,000 a year. Wow! And if you want to go 10 gig up and 10 gig down, you're looking at that can't be right. Let me see something here. $2,400 a year. That's a lot of money. That's 10 up and 10 down. I don't know if you would get 10. But I don't have anything that's supporting 10. You know? That's more for business. I think we could say something. When I say five, that's 155 times 12. So that's a lot of money. 1,860, and the other one's 2,400. 2 gigs over. The cards in here, these cards for 1 gig. I mean for the 2 gig up and 2 gig down, they both support it. This supports on the Wi-Fi, so it supports 2.4, right? 2,400. So that's enough. And this one too, same thing. So they support it. Now, what I got for Christmas, if I tell you what it is, supports Wi-Fi 7. So I don't know how this is gonna work. I was telling her if we don't have this, then our Wi-Fi, our cell phone signal will be weak. Right now, our cell phone signal is 4, sometimes 5. It bounces between the two. Another thing I wanted to do with her is she has an inverter, so she can plug in AC power unit. So we'll plug this into the inverter, right? Drive where the new tower is. They have a little one of those 10-foot 5G antennas right over here. It's like over the highway. It's like 3 lanes. So over 3 lanes. It's not that far. Because these work better between 1 and 4 mile range. So if you're a mile to 4 miles, these will work. Anything further, then you might as well get an antenna in the attic. But anyway, I want to drive right where it was. And we could do that now with the old one. Because just plug it in and see if we get 5 bars. If we don't get 5 bars, then you know something's up. Because you're right on top of the antenna. And you can't get 5 bars. But I don't know. That's what I wanted to try. If I saw my wheels, I would do it myself. I wouldn't get nobody else. But unfortunately, I don't have wheels right now. And I'm not going to walk there because it's really bad there with traffic. It's like a highway. Hey, I don't understand what's wrong with this. This is weird. Anyway, so that. Okay, so the other thing I was going to talk about is upgrading the computer up. Oh, now look at this. It went dark. This thing's a pain in the neck. Okay, so here we got 25H. Here we got 25H on here now. It was 23H2. Now we got 25H2. And it didn't have to install it and wipe out everything I got. It kept everything intact. There's a way to do it. And it's so easy. But you have to take, like I said, you still have to take, say you download the 7.2 gig, that's how big that file is, and you send it to an SSD in your computer. So you drag that SSD to the desktop. You right click on the desktop, you click on views, and say you want to view the desktop icon. So you pop that up, okay? Because you're going to need that. Then you click on the ISO file on your desktop, and you create, you mount it, okay? See, if Microsoft hears this, they're going to say, hey, we'll have to block that feature. Yeah, because when I tell you what you have to do is this, it's something you have to do with setup. You have to, the setup has different commands. Let me see something here. I want to hit those. A setup exec for installing Windows. What are the other options or commands for it? Let's see if it knows. Ah, it doesn't say it. I wonder why. Let's see. Okay, so I'm gonna say to it. So, why didn't you say? Is it this way? I typed in what you're supposed to type in. Why didn't you say this? It's not a standard Windows setup switch. That's why. But it is a standard Windows. But this application is specific. It's not a Windows wide. So I told him what the command is. It's space. No, it's this way. Space. And I'm gonna tell him what it's He said it's not. What? This makes sense. No, it doesn't work like that. So there's a loophole in it, and that's how a lot of you can get around it. Okay. It doesn't know it. Got it. Thank you for correcting me. Let's slow down and get precise. You're saying install does not parse as a switch value here. What's actually happening is the correct model. Some enterprise. Oh, enterprise. So the enterprise, it's the enterprise code. If you know the enterprise code, then yeah. Because some of you already know. Some of you know. I think somebody what channel is this? I'm on the wrong account. I did it again. Somebody already knows. Oh, let me see something. I think somebody answered and said, yes, the enterprise. Yes, so the enterprise, installing on an enterprise is different. But I'm going to teach you something. The OS, back in the days, Windows, whatever version it is, from XP, NT, all the way, from the beginning, you had an OS client, and then OS server, key, server. Right, the server. They're both the same. I'm telling you. A lot of you don't know. A lot of you young, you don't know. Maybe the old timers know. But the command code for the setup is the key. If you look in the auto run inf file, which is a batch file, it tells you setup.exec error. Okay. But it's going to automatically, Windows, the way that the whole thing is written, it's automatically, you would have to create your own batch file and put the command in there and it just pop out whatever you need. Yeah, so you're running a bypass. Because I guess they couldn't figure out how to block, because there is something running in the computer when you're running that setup. And it knows not to install 25H2 if your computer, if it detects that your computer, the health check is running, it's checking the system, and it's telling the exec you can't run because you're not you don't have the TPM and you don't have this, you don't have that, and it's telling the setup not to install. I'm telling you, that's the way. So a lot of you bypass that too by going in the regular way, is going up, installing it with a Rufus or whatever it is you're using. But then you say, okay, once you install, what happens next? Everything works perfectly. They would have to, I don't know if they can really, they would have to make it so it could detect your system. That's wrong. You have such a high-pitched frequency when you cry. You're at such a high pitched frequency. And if I try to lift you up, you go crazy. Boy, your cry is so high pitched. But anyway, what I'm trying to say is, there is something running in your computer. Control Alt Delete, look at a task and see what's running. You can shut down some of the tasks. But it might not shut down completely, because hey, what's going on here? Battery. Yeah, it might not shut down completely. You know, okay, the battery's full, and that's the whole thing. Let me see something. Control Alt Delete, Task Manager. I might not, but it might not be in this one, but on the one, OBL. I don't have that. It might be Control Right, services. That's what else. MSC. Is MSC? It's been a while. Can't remember all these codes and stuff. It's hard to remember all this stuff. But geez, I'm trying to see. Where is it under? It might be under Windows Health. Yes. There it is. Windows Health and Optimized Experiences. It monitors the device for a better experience. But the thing is, that can stop you from loading it. But you can put a switch on the setup exec, and it would bypass it, and it'll come up, because when you try to install it under a system that's non-sanctioned, I say non-sanctioned, okay, you say non-compliance, okay, non-compliance. When you do that, it's going to come up in a little dialog box and saying this system is not supported, and it shuts it down completely, and nothing happens. But you put the switch on, it changes. But you have to run setup in a different way. Let me see if our friend knows what I'm talking about. I should have talked to him there, but it's too late now. Where is he at? So when you go, let's go K drive, / say that was a, let's see if it knows. I wrote the command out. Let's see what happens. Great question. This is Windows Unix style hybrid command. It looks odd. Unix. So Unix is getting involved in this. What the heck is it? What? So the dot means current directory. So it's dot. This is /. This is /. You gotta understand. So you have a // C /. This is what I mean by. This is /. So it's dot / setup. Like that. It means to run the setup from the current directory. And we're also going. Oh, okay. So it's bypassing the auto run. This is borrowed from Unix and Linux conventions, but Windows, PowerShell, and SWI and GBash understand it. It prevents Windows from running another setup. Aha! In the path. Well, the auto run. Oh, come on. What's wrong with this thing? Bypass it. By, B-Y, by. No, by, not B. B-Y, bypass. Yes, exactly. You're bypassing the auto run IF. There you go. You're bypassing it. You see how it works now? You see how it works. You're bypassing the auto run, INF. Because when you look in the Windows CD or wherever, because you're going to mount that ISO, it's going to open up the ISO in the K drive, D drive, whatever it is available. It's going to put that auto run. You don't set up it directly. Windows launches launch exec in the menu instead. What happens when you run the dot? Well, no. Well, is it dot one? Shoot, I forget which way it goes. I can't even. Here, hang on a second. I can't even get to my file. That's another thing. The way this is the problem that I have. The way the system is now, I can't get to the file server. The file server is asking me for password. Before it ever asked me for password. So what has changed? Because Microsoft tightened up security, so you can't run Samba or drive like that. But get this. This one you can. But we did correct that problem. There's a lot of settings to get. What is this? I can't turn around my chair. Can you see? Oh, there you can. Come on. What's this? What? There's a new version of Minitool partition that's detected. Would you like? No, I don't want that crap. Let me see. I messed up on this thing here. I should have put notepad. I need to put that on the taskbar. Hang on a second. I must have deleted it by accident. There's a command line code. I know I entered it right. It's entering it wrong. It's dot /. That's the command. Yeah, that's the way you have to run it. Oh, by the way, I gave you some key words here. When you go to the store, what do you buy? What they call it? Not food. What else is it called? Okay, you're doing a demo. Okay, and I'm demo. What am I demoing? What do you call it? Okay. So you already know the last word, which you have to type in. And you know how to do it, but you have to. It's called a what? All right, because it's better if you figure it out yourselves. But some of you IT guys already know what it is. It's strange. I took a picture of it. I must have. I know a bird went. I must have deleted it by accident. It doesn't matter. I know the command. But give it a try. It might work for you. If you got 256 or 128, it's not going to load. It's not going to run. There's not enough space. Unless the reserve... Let me see something here. So if you type X and go into Disk Manager, not Device Manager. This Manager? Come on. Something like that. System Reserve. Okay? Here it's 1,900. So it's 1,900 megabytes. So that's what you need. So that's a 512. So the system reserve. So you have enough to install 25H. So go into the disk manager and look at your drive C. Okay? And see if it's enough space on there to install. Mine was saying 50. Can't do it in that one in there. So you need at least 100 to 500. But actually, according to this, you might need more. Also, if you had cloned your C drive anytime, say you had a mechanical hard drive and you had cloned it, sometimes it creates allocation space. You can remove that. Now you might have to get mini tools, or there's other brand. Let me get Windows Defender. Windows. Oh, there it is. Windows Defender Firewall is your best friend. Okay, and it's your best friend on Windows. Okay, you're gonna go to Advanced Settings. You're gonna go Inbound Rules. I'm using OMEI Backuper. Click on. You want to disable the rule. Let me see what happens if you disable. It still says. If I disable, okay, it's this properties. You want to block the connection. I said disable. It still says public for some reason. Well, you want to go in there and want to check outbound and inbound rules. Okay, you have to block the program from contacting outside. Let me see, partition is blocked. Let me go back here. Let's see. What's this? So you want to block the partition. You don't want it to. You don't want the exec to call home. Okay, they run in the background. You know, if you block it, it can't run. You see, because inbound is what's coming in, inbound, and outbound is going back. Is communicating. That's why you see ads running in these little things. Block all that stuff. You can block it. It's your computer. You can do whatever you want. Okay, it's your computer. It does, unless you're working from a state or a local government, then you can't really touch it. You're not the admin. You have to be the admin of the computer to really block these stuff. Let's be careful. You take your own responsibility when doing these things, okay? Oh. How do we turn off Xbox? No. Under Windows. No. Okay, let me see. You told me to speed up the computer by disabling Xbox. It doesn't remember. No. In PowerShell as the admin. I have the command. It's written someplace. I'll have to look at it. I have it someplace. Ah. To remove Xbox apps for current user, get app package Xbox remove package. To remove for all users. I don't think that was all the commands. No. He said it a different way. Oh, gee whiz. Can I find it? Uh-oh. Oh, boy. Something's wrong. I can't connect. What the heck happened here? You know, if you're connecting to the Windows box and something happens and it didn't say it crashed along the way, you could actually sever the connection with the box. Now it should come back up and running here. What time do we have this thing here? 1 hour 41 minutes. Huh. Hey, what happened here? Huh. Oh. What happened here? Let's see here. See, that system has to be on this. It has to be on the 25H. This is not going to work. It's not It's not showing up. Let me see if it was on here. Something changed. Some setting changed someplace. Oh, wait. Can we get back on here? Okay, it's back up here. But this is running differently than this. But this we did fix the problem here. I don't. Oh boy, it's a list of commands. Where is it? don't know where I put the commands. So there was a commands to remove Xbox from the system. Well, if you're not using it, if you're not using the games, then you would remove it. Then run faster, so it wouldn't be running. There is a command for it. What's this? Oh, there it is. I found it. Speed up system. So Xbox, get app package X and remove package. That was it. Let me see something here. So it's get APPX package, all one word, space, what was that? That's Shift 8 would give you the asterisk. Remove package. Well, I guess that's the way. But you gotta launch PowerShell first. Yes. Okay, so let's get that running. PowerShell. PowerShell Windows. You have to right click, run as administrator. Don't run it as not administrator. I bet you it's still. I bet you under the new H. Whatchamacallit, it's in there. Let's see. Let's see if it's still there. Control V. What the heck? I wonder if it's already removed. Let me ask him. Looks like it might be removed already. I don't know what happens if the update. This means it has been removed already. Right? No, it hasn't been. Interesting. Asphalt. Bullets. I ran that. Okay. What's wrong here? Oh. So under 23H2 it would remove, but on 25H2 it won't remove. But I don't know if it's still there. What's wrong with this thing? Ah, so even though I uninstalled it, with 25 puts it back in. What a system. What is this? Okay. What a way. What a way to go. Well, you learn a lot from me today. Okay. T-Mobile, well, if they send from the warehouse, you're going to get a CPO. If you get it from the store, you should get a brand new one. But the store can give you CPO too. You got to be aware. Look at the box. You see any scribbling, any writing? That means it's been returned. Okay. Sometimes when we do this inventory count, they might write on the box, but it depends. Look at it. Don't accept anything. Okay, you can get stuck, and it's hard to get rid of it. Okay. But you can cancel the internet service at any time. Okay. You're not bound to it. But some people on YouTube get great connection. Either they're close by. There's a man that has 2 antennas in the attic. One from Mint, one from T-Mobile. But T-Mobile and the Mint, they're the same company. He's just lucky. He got 5 bars. Can it stay at 5 bars all the time? It's going to fluctuate. Remember, radio signals fluctuate. Okay, rain, storm, hurricane, winter, ice, snow, all that affects all this stuff. Same thing with the satellite. What I think they should have done is use. No, we don't have the technology yet. Crystals like you see in I'm telling you, crystal. Yeah, like this, a crystal. Yeah. We don't have that technology yet where we can use crystals like that. So we would that microwave signal, another way of signal, some kind of signal that can really penetrate faster and pick up. So you would have this hot thing and spot, and not going through space, because I don't understand why going through space with the thing, because space is all kind of weird stuff up there. Then it has to come back down to Earth, and there's so much weird things going through. That's why I don't think Starlink and the other company, Amazon Leo, that can get fast speeds, because a lot of this bad weather, winter, snow, ice, all some kind of stuff affects all that stuff. So the fiber is better, but you have to run that cable. So unless they have a new kind of way to do it, and we just don't have that technology yet. But we're getting there. Hey, thanks for watching. The battery's already at halfway. But I can. Where's my thing? I just had it. I can stop this video when I'm finished. Okay. Just hit the power and it shuts off. I think it's pretty cool. I like gadgets and gizmos. I like this stuff. That's just me, you know. Somebody from my other channel asked me what I was using. I said, come to the tech channel. I'm not going to talk tech on that channel. That has nothing to do with that. You got to come to here. If you want to learn, that's what you come here. But you know, I mean, you can use your cell phone and record. But I don't know if the cell phone can take so many recordings. I had one cell phone had done over 2,000, 6,000 recordings. One is something malfunction. They can malfunction, overheat. Battery goes low. That's the thing with the cell phone. The same thing with these. The batteries go low. That's why you have to have a whole bunch of batteries. I have a whole bunch of batteries for both cameras. I just ordered better charging ports. I don't have for the T-Mobile. I only had Uh-oh. What's going on? There's two batteries here. There's supposed to be another battery. Exactly. That's T-Mobile. I had a battery. There's one in there now. There's another one hiding someplace. Oh, I was going to show you guys. Take the iPad, and hook it up to the. Here, I'll show you. One of these. Hook it onto the pipe. I was going to show you that. I'll show another video. Hey, it's getting late. I'm gonna make some more videos. Before I go, there's another battery missing. Where's the battery at? I'll find it. I could have put it someplace else. It does happen. You get distracted and like that. Man, I need 4 batteries. You can get really hectic without batteries. Okay. Anyway, if you learned something today, hit that subscribe button, okay? What do we got here? 58 minutes. Okay. Alright. Take care. Happy New Year. Okay? If you learned something, hit that subscribe button. It does help the channel. Okay? We're going into 2026 and say goodbye to 2025. A lot of us won't see 2025 again. The next time would be like 2000. No, sorry. Yeah, 2125. That'd be the next 25. But none of us would be around. I don't think so. Okay. Hey, take care. Happy New Year to you. By the time you watch this, it'll be 2026. All right. Take care. Bye for now.